We're now on the town manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a few things tonight, but the filing period is open for anybody looking to run for school or town elected positions. We do have 2 town council positions open for a 3-year term, a library trustee, 3-year term, trustee of the trust funds for 3 years, and the one addition, if you watched last council meeting's manager's report, we did not have this item of the town clerk position at that time, so that is a new position that's open and available for people to run. It's a 1-year term, as we just discussed. It would, if someone's successful this year and they want to continue, they'd have to run again in a year, and obviously anybody could challenge them in a year as well. We do also have open positions on the school side, one school board position for 3 years, the school district moderator, the school district town clerk, and the school board treasurer. All those terms are for 3 years. Just some important dates. People are already starting to ask questions and want to get those dates out there. February 5th, so just in a couple of weeks, the school board deliberative session is happening, and that's at 7 p.m. on February 5th at the Bedford High School auditorium. March 12th is our local election day for all the items relative to school and to the town. Not related to the budget on the town side. All the town budgetary items are dealt with the next evening, March 13th at 7 p.m. I didn't say it, but voting is our typical 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Bedford High School. Just an update on stickers. I think we've issued, I want to say it's almost 7,000 stickers for the transfer station. And if you look at those closely, they may have a date on them that goes through 2017, 2018. We have made the decision that we will not issue new stickers in 2019. Your stickers are still valid, but if you don't have a sticker and you need to use the transfer station, please stop in and see the gentleman there, and they will get you a sticker. Just a quick update on PFOA. You saw these numbers at the last meeting, but the state has come forward with these new drinking water standards, and I just want to talk a little bit more in detail about the PFOA standard of 38 parts per trillion that is most impactful to the town of Bedford and our residents. And this is just one example. So this is the example for PFOA. And if you look at this column, it's the New Hampshire standard, how they came up with that number 38 at the bottom as it compares to the EPA standard, the ATSDR standard, as well as the state of New Jersey standard. And what's important to note is New Hampshire is using a standard based on altered liver size and function, the same that New Jersey used. But the 2 national standards were based on bone density or bone effects. So there is one of these sheets for each of the 4 compounds that the state is setting regulations for. And just to point out, any of these factors has a significant impact on the bottom line standards of parts per trillion. This mammary gland formation factor, the MF factor in this one line, New Hampshire is using on that category a factor of 3. These other standards has factors of 10, and New Jersey had a factor of 10. This was explained to us in a detailed meeting that making that one change to the New Jersey standard would lower this number from 38 to 3.8. So it's a factor of 10 by just changing that one number. So the state is taking written testimony at this point on all the new standards that we saw on the last slide. Any of these standards, there's 4 standards plus the combined standard for PFOA and PFOS. I'd encourage anybody who's been impacted or think they their well may become impacted to take a close look at these numbers. Send in public testimony. And there will be a public hearing on these standards, one in Concord, one in Portsmouth at Pease, and one in this area. Date has not been set, location has not been set, but it looks like it will be the first week of March, either March 4th or March 7th, either in Litchfield or in Merrimack, and most likely March 4th in Merrimack at this point. Yes?
Do we have any current information on the Pennachuck?
The water line construction?
No, I was thinking of the wells and what they're currently reporting.
From Merrimack Village.
Merrimack Village
Merrimack
Water
Village,
District.
I'm sorry, yes.
I honestly have not looked at those wells in quite some time. There's the reason that the hearing's going to be in Merrimack more than likely is because this significantly could impact the residents in Merrimack who are anticipating, I think, maybe full treatment of their water system with their wells. Right now, the wells that are most contaminated do have a plan to be treated and brought online, but their other wells do not, as far as I know, as of yet. And it's very likely, it's my understanding, that they've never exceeded a 38 number on their system, system-wide, when combined together. But there's a unique system where wells are scattered across Merrimack and even in Amherst. And so whether they have to take readings at each and every well, I would assume they would. And any wells that were exceeding that number, they certainly would have to. I think a lot of people in the state, including myself, thought this 38 number for PFOA would be much lower. Obviously, you can see there the New Jersey standard is 14.
Oh, yeah.
So I will get to council for your next meeting an update on the current well
Thank you.
readings for the Merrimack Village Water District. Just changing issues here quite a bit, but we do now have some snow on the ground. Hopefully it sticks through the rain. Or if you maybe got a snow person, snowman, or a snow unicorn made, you took a picture of it in the last few days, certainly feel free to submit that, and encourage you to submit that by February 1st through our Recreation Department for our Family Snowman Challenge. A couple events coming up. January 28th is breaking down the numbers, the risk behavior survey that was completed. That's being put forward by Bedford Be Bold, or Be Bold Bedford, and our police department and our police chief at the library on January 28th at 7 p.m. And then on February 3rd, our Sunday concert series continues at 2:30 p.m. at the library, Matt Heaton Children's Sing-Along. And lastly, this is Lori, why I asked her to stay, is I honestly can't thank Lori enough for all her work that she's done for the community, her support of the whole department management team at the town office and the town. This is just a snapshot of the things that Lori's done over the years, all those annual reports, doing the poll book trial at our elections. I think that was a huge endeavor on her part and a huge step for the state of New Hampshire, and I think she really proved that that's something the state needs to move to, and I can't thank her enough for doing that. And of course, Lori's passion for the dogs in our community probably will never be matched, and certainly just want to thank her for all of her service to the community. Thank you, Lori. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.